Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video we are going to discuss about the data types in Python. Basically there are 7 categories in which all the data types which are present in Python are being categorized. The first one is the text type, in which string type variables come under this, and in numeric, int, float, complex. These are the 7 data type categories, and we will be implementing in our program one by one so that it will clear all the doubts in your mind. So let's start with the program first. This is just to give you overview about all the 7 data types. You can prefer this slide after completing our program. So here I have initialized all the variables x so that it will reduce our time to complete this video. First variable x is equals to hello my beer. This is the, let's check that which type of variable is this. So to check the type of variable, there is a function name type which you can use. So let's use it, type, and pass the variable parameter of which you want to check the type of the variable. Now run this program. So if you see, here is the output of this. This variable is of string data type. Similarly, if you can see if x equals to 20, we have used this variable earlier, so it will be easier. X, then it is of numeric data type. If you check it, let me press run. Yes, it is of integer data type. Similarly, this will be of float data type, if I am not wrong. Yes, this is of float data type. Any guesses which is this data type, the type of data of this variable? If you remember, then in maths we have already studied the chapter complex number. If there is a number, there is a two part. One is real part and second one is imaginary part. If you remember, then this is a complex data type where j is a imaginary part and I is the coefficient of that imaginary part. If you want to just check it, then you can have a type and pass the parameter x, run it. See, the class of this variable is complex. J represents the imaginary part and 1 is the coefficient of that imaginary part. If you write this 5 plus ij, and if you again run this program, the output will be the complex number. Now next data type, let us check which data type is this. This is basically a list data type. If it is taking time. See, it is of list data type. If you want to print the elements of this data type, then you can simply pass the parameter. It will print all the elements of that list. See, apple, banana, and cherry. If you want to access a particular element of that list, then you can simply pass the variable name along with the index number. See, it is stored in the form of array. So first index number will be 0, 1, and then so on. I will passing this. Let's see what will be the result. Second index value will become, that is banana. And if you want to access the elements from the back side, then you can pass the index number in negative value. That is -1. Then this will be printing the output with the last element of that list. See, -1 is cherry, the last element of the list. Next, here This is, let's check the type of this. Which variable type is this? Shift. This is of tuple data type. If you want to access the elements of the tuple, then you can access it by passing the variable name and the index value. For example, I pass 2, and let's see what will be the output. Okay, here cherry. Here is the output. So, what is the difference between the list and tuple? See, list is a collection. See, I'm writing over here. List is a collection which is ordered. That means the elements are in ordered form and changeable. But in tuples, collection in which the elements are in ordered and unchangeable form. Ordered and unchangeable form. And how to identify whether the variable is a list or tuple? Then you can simply have a look over here. If that is a list, there will be a square bracket for the list identification and bracket for the tuple identification. Now the next element is range. Range is simply x equals to range, have the name suggest the type of this variable to which it belongs. If we run it, have a look, it belongs to the range variable class. So if you want to print the range of the variable, then for I in x, print I. See, this will print the range, the values of x. Let's see. Okay, print I x. It is showing some sort of error. Did you print? Oh, sorry. See, I have syntax error over here. I have used the Python 2.x version format, but here I have to use the Python 3.x version format. Just simply use the bracket over here. Now run it again. And here is the output. You can see. So the range value is from 0 to 5. Means 0 to -1. Length -1. It's range from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the range. So now let's see the type of this variable, to which class this variable belongs. Okay, let me run it. So, okay, this is the value. Sorry, type of x, and let's check. It belongs to the dictionary class. As you can see, it belongs to the dictionary class. Now, what is dictionary? So let me tell you, dictionary is a collection which is unordered, comma, changeable, and indexed. And the most important thing, the values are present in a key value pair and consist key value pair. What does key value means? See, name is the key and the value of this name is John. So this is key and this is value. This is key and this is value. If you want to get the complete dictionary, you can simply type print and the variable name. And if you want to get the value of a particular key, then you have to go with this print x dot get method, get function. You have to use the get function and pass the key value over here. This will print the value of that particular key. See, here is the value of that particular key, John. Okay, there's second alternative method also, that is print simply and pass the variable key dot square bracket, and in square bracket you have to pass a name. This will print your not name like this, not name like this, in a single inverted comma. Okay, now perfect. See, here is the result. So these are the two ways in which you can print the value of a particular key in a dictionary. Now let's move to the next thing. Now let's see what is this. This is a set. Sorry, I shouldn't tell you first. Let's check it out whether it is a set or not. Type X. This belongs to the set class. This variable belongs to the set class. Now what is a set? Must be wondering. Then set is an collection which is unordered and unindexed. So which is unordered and unindexed. If you want to print the value of the set, simply you can pass the variable, or if you want each and every element for I in X, like this, sorry, print I. This is also the way. On it, here we will see the other output. See, it will print the set in the set form, and if you want the elements of a set, then you have to iterate by each element. I hope it is all clear. Now this is the frozen set. This is the second form of the set, that is frozen set, as the name suggests. So just to cross verify, check its type, to which class does this belong. See, it belongs to the frozen set class. Similarly, X equals to true, as we have studied in other programming language, and here also, if a variable is having a true or false value, then it definitely belongs to the Boolean type variable. Just to cross verify, let's check it over here. So run the program, and here is a class name. It belongs to the bool class. Now next, here B hello. Just check type X B hello. It is a byte. It belongs to the byte class. It means that it's a byte type data type. Binary data type in Python. It belongs to the binary data type category in the Python. Next one is byte array. So if you just want to click and cross verify it, go with this. Here it is a byte array, and if you want to print the value of this, then you can simply just go with this. See the value of this. Memory view, it also belongs to the same data type in which byte and byte array belongs, that is binary data type in Python. Here, memory view. If you want to print the value, then simply click on the value of this. So these are all the data types which we have covered in this program. string, integer, float, text type, numeric data type, sequence data type, memory data type, mapping type, and everything we have covered in this program. I hope this video is far clear for you. So in the next video, we will be studying the type conversion in Python. So see you in the next video.